So here's the fat cap up. So you can see when your brisket's properly done, your fat will just fall off, basically. Like you don't even really have to cut it. It just kind of sheds off your meat. That means it's all the way rendered. So one of the first things you can do when you're cutting up your brisket, you can just get on here and kind of peel off the fat on the bottom. That way you don't have all that fat to deal with when you're cutting it in layers. This is really hot, by the way. So I'm not going to go all the way through this, but Bailey's over here getting fat off the ground. That fell off the counter. I'm about to put on these clothes. So the next part I want to show is looking at the grain of the meat. You can see right here the striations of the meat.
Hold on, babe. It's hard to see because it's kind of dark in here. Okay, there you can kind of.
I'll turn on the light.
Well, there you can see now what you're talking about. Go ahead and point at it again.
So you can see the striations of the meat right here. The grain basically is what I'm referring to. This is the bark right here, but it has the lines that go across it. When you want to cut cross grain, which means you want to cut across basically your grain of your meat. And the other piece, the big piece I wanted to show you was talking to you about how there's the fat cap or the track, this piece here versus your flat. And you can just take a knife and basically split that apart. Because there's a big fat piece in between. And you can see it on the outside of your meat. If you're just looking at it.
Oh, they're in overtime.
I'm actually getting a little bit into the flat, but that's fine. So there you go. But this is really good for your chopped brisket, and this is good for your slice. So there you go. You can turn it off.